trapped secret door, and a whole bunch of rubble fell down onto him and knocked him unconscious. But his companions was spared having the rubble fall on them, so it was a very courageous thing to do. And Phoenix actually did, move some rubble off of you and make sure you were still alive. The King Blackadder has been captured, and Lady Blackadder has been reinstated as Queen Blackadder. Phoenix borrowed your spear and used it, not very effectively, but he used it. But it has been since returned to your side at the medical room in the keep. So everyone survived. Yay. And then it's a few days later, and the Queen Blackadder has invited you guys to carouse at her coronation ceremony. Let me put you guys down. So we're still waiting for Phoenix to come here, but hopefully he'll be here shortly. I'm gonna move you guys over to the other map here. You are massively oversized, but that's okay. So this map looks awesome with dynamic lighting, but unfortunately my computer can't really handle dynamic lighting. It freezes up whenever I try to look at pages with that in place. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to do with just the advanced fog of war, which is actually kind of nice. Let me move you guys over to that page. Can you guys see the map?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yep. Just a little square of it, but yes.
Alright, awesome. Now is the whole room lit up for you guys?
No, just a little part of it.
Can you see the four walls though?
No. See a group of little people standing somewhere in that tip.
You guys should be at least be able to see the room. Is that better?
It is, yes.
maybe if this is not gonna be, I wish I could see what you guys see. Let's see. Can I do that? I've been trying to experiment with what actually, how this dynamic lighting and fog of war works. But if it gets annoying, if you guys want me to turn it off, I can do that as well.
I'm guessing it's probably okay for now.
Okay. Alright. So, Corvus, you awaken. A healer is bandaging your head, and then you get escorted down to your companions, where you are greeted by the recrowned Queen Blackadder, and I meant to have Bertok here as well. There's Bertok. Anyway, you're greeted by the Queen Blackadder, who thanks you for your service in clearing her name and rescuing her from that horrible demon that tried to assassinate her. So she will hand out to each one of you a medal of appreciation for your service to Delgar.
Excellent. All right.
And yours, Corvus, will say Demon Slayer carved onto it.
Very nice.
Adrian, yours has Demon Binder carved onto it, and Phoenix, his says Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we would expect.
He was happy about that last time. Yeah. So, Adrian, you caroused last time. Phoenix caroused last time. Corvus, you can carouse if you want to, and Queen Blackadder will give you a very nice benediction speech as she hands you your medal. So that will give you a +1 if you do want to carouse this time.
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Alright. Alright, so +1 is 8, so you're still within the 7 through 9 range, but if you have any gold, you could spend that too and boost your scores some more, but
I'm not sure I have that much gold.
okay. I wanted Phoenix to be here for this, but the Queen Blackadder asks you three if there's some kind of a group name that you go by. She knows Adrian was associated with Bertok previously, but she hasn't seen you three yet. So, is there some group name you guys go by?
Not that I could think of.
I'm trying to think of something appropriately elven and pompous for Corvus to come up with.
We can come back to it if you want to think about it for a while.
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
She hands the three of you a chest of gold that she opened in front of the crowd, and they ooh and ah. And in the chest is 1,000 gold pieces to be distributed to the three of you.
How much? Sorry, I was looking up names.
1,000 gold pieces to be distributed to the three of you.
Okay.
So if you split it evenly, it's 333.
I would probably vote for splitting it.
Yep.
Such.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Phoenix will be slightly apart from you guys. He will be fondling a crystal orb he picked up last session that is glowing with a purple light as he kind of fondles it and strokes it through the through a cloth he has wrapped around it.
I mean, on the list of things that the bard could be fondling, like, that's pretty acceptable.
I agree. That is true. Although I think we came up with the conclusion that this was like a Saruman seer orb or something. Seeding stone, whatever he calls it.
Palantir.
Yes. Adrian or Corvus, do you want to make a spout lore? You can, about the Palantir.
Palantir, that's, yeah, I'll run that. I'll try to tell you all about it. Oh, apparently I do know about it. I was gonna say it was some sort of Italian cornmeal thing, but
Okay, yeah, you Adrian, you do know about these orbs, these Palantirs. These are crystal orbs that are used to to view places at great distances from yourself, or communicate with another wielder of one of these orbs of scrying.
okay.
You would hazard a guess that this particular orb of scrying has been sort of cursed to only link up with another Palantir somewhere else. So it's not quite as useful as a non-cursed orb at the moment.
And I imagine I'm able to tell this as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have any idea who has possession of the orb it's linked?
Interesting. No, you don't.
If I detected magic on it, could we?
Maybe. Or you can try. Yeah.
That's just a standard spell, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll forget it.
Okay. Actually, it's wait, okay. Yeah, you wave your hands over the orb, and 1 second. No. I keep forgetting I don't have my full library anymore. I have a vastly truncated library because I'm using a different account. Now, where it was... I will find it. No, it's here. I didn't delete it. One of these pages. Oh. This one. Oh. Then no more. Ah! No! I didn't mean to exit.
Oops. Ha. Not to worry, I've done it. I've done it on much more important things. Much more... not life-threatening, but...
Well, I'm glad you haven't done it on anything life-threatening, Dan. That's a relief. Oh my God, I'm out of it. Okay, here we go. Alright, as you cast Detect Magic on this orb, Adrian, it will resolve a ghostly image of the person who is trying to get into Phoenix's, who is trying to communicate with your orb. Mm-hmm. And, oh no. Did it? I need
Sorry guys, game I was running kind of ran on a bit longer and I totally lost track of the time.
That's alright. We are carousing at the moment, so...
Yes, I remember it.
Don't exit. There we go. Okay. The purple glowing eyes in the depths of the orb that Phoenix is holding will resolve themselves into the ghostly image of...
Wait, what? Why do I have that out and not covered away somewhere?
You were fondling it in the corner.
Why? That sounds incredibly dangerous and stupid. I passed the test. I deliberately wanted no trouble or attention.
Adrian was curious about it.
Adrian, go away and try and steal it if you want to. I'm not getting that out and messing with it in front of a crowd of people. That is incredibly foolish.
I'm sorry. How do you want to do this?
Well, like, if you're really determined to have it happen, I think the best method would probably be that during the festivities and whilst I'm away talking to other people, Adrian just grabs it out of my backpack, but... because, yeah, I can't see Phoenix messing with it in a crowded public place like that. He's a good person. He doesn't want to risk something that he knows is dangerous, knows is evil, in a crowd of people. That's insanity. But it does sound like something Adrian, fireball witch that she is, would definitely do.
True. Maybe I don't just grab it. Maybe I coax it out of your hands. Hey, can I see that for a minute?
It's not in my hands. As I say, I wrapped it in a cloak and then chucked it away because I'm not messing with weird Palantir things.
Alright, so, Adrian, you cast Detect Magic, and the ghostly figure of the Lich that you guys encountered way back when appears in the depths of the orb and shimmers there for a moment.
Is the orb uncovered? Like, do the rest of us see this?
I think only Adrian would see it because she's doing the Detect Magic.
Yeah, and I didn't detract any attention with it. With my half successful.
No, it didn't. No, you just forgot it. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I may need to be reminded of where this lich exactly came from.
Okay, yeah. You first encountered the Lich when you were escaping from the Ice Queen's palace.
That's what I
The
thought.
Lich was going to visit the Ice Queen. Then the Lich chased you guys because you wanted to get to the Ice Queen to good graces. You killed it. And then it tried to attack you once again in the Dwarven halls. But you killed it again and it blew up again. That's right, Phoenix. This is actually before you joined.
Gotcha.
And then in the wizard's tower that you guys explored, he alluded to having that this V was trying to get secrets of how to control the Leviathans from him.
I'm trying to recall what you were talking about. I remember the Leviathans, and I remember going to this whatever death plane thing on that blasted island, but I don't recall exactly what the Lich had to do with that.
It was a kind of a side note. I didn't actually draw much attention to it.
Okay.
But anyway, after a moment, the figure of the Lich disappears from the depths of the orb.
That orb you were carrying in your pack, we may have a little bit of trouble with it.
The orb I have wrapped in a cloak and at the very bottom to avoid anyone having to touch and or notice it. That orb, Adrian?
That is a very wise thing, I think, because I anticipate we may have trouble from the wielder of the other half of it
I
at
thought
some point.
the demon was the wielder, no?
Well, of this half, yes. But there's another, and the individual who has that half, we've met it before.
I get the feeling this is not a happy story. Perhaps we should discuss it finished here. Adrian, Phoenix gives a kind of nod towards all the group of drunken revelers and what have you.
Yep, I agree.
Corvus, have you came up with any ideas of what you want to do for your carousal? Carousal? Is that a word?
I think that's the wrong word, but it sounds hilarious, so let's go with it.
I was going to gain some useful information.
Okay. Great. Okay. About any subject in particular, or just useful information to you?
Well, Corvus is most interested in legendary weapons and armor and the people who made them and how to make them, but that's not the only thing that would be useful, I think, so.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah. You meet up with a distinguished loremaster, Alonz Fowlweather, who says that he kind of perks up at your surname there, the McVenner, and he says, "Oh, yes." They made those terrible weapons for Versa, didn't they? And then she became known as Versa the Tyrant, way back in the day.
Yes.
I mean, I don't hold your ancestors responsible for what you are responsible for, but that was a tragedy that those weapons got made. There was a tower. There was a tower back then that was held by the McVenners. Since then, of course, it's been abandoned. But I can make you a map to that area. Maybe there is still some scraps of information there if you care to look into that.
I would be very grateful.
All right. He scrolls out a map on a piece of parchment, saying that the region the tower is in has been kind of fought over in the millennia since. Ever since that terrible cataclysm 2,000 years ago, but right now it's surrounded by a swamp, and the last battle there was with a terrible dark elf who was eventually slain or isolated there. It's not 100% sure which, but yeah, he hands you the piece of paper and bids you a wonderful rest of the evening, and totters off to consult with Adrian. Hi, Adrian.
Hello.
This Alonz Fowlweather is one of the instructors at the Tower of Galangul. This is the person that was going to offer you a spell. Actually, Adrian, you have on your person, I don't think you've done anything with it.
I have way too much stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry. you want me to hand out less stuff?
No. I like stuff.
Alright. Where is it? The Spears of Bone scroll that you originally got from the Lich.
Oh, I seem to remember this.
Yes. So there's a couple things you can do with this scroll. You can read it once and cast it. You can try and copy it into your spellbook, or, as in this case, you can trade it for another spell.
Did we not already use this? I thought I tried copying it or something.
I don't know that we ever actually resolved that, if it was the case.
Okay.
You can resolve it now. You can say no to the guy, and
What is he offering to trade it with for something else?
he's offering to trade it for a 5th level spell, or with a little enticement, possibly a 7th level spell.
7th?
He really wants a scroll.
We talked about this last time, didn't we?
We did, yes. We didn't resolve what happened.
Gotcha. Let me look again, because I was willing to trade it. And I remember this. But I don't remember what I was willing to trade it for. I was looking to get Cloud Kill, but that's quite expensive, and I couldn't come up with anything else that would convince him.
Any leverage, right.
Apply. 5 is contact polymorph. Polymorph I thought was kind of cool, but no.
You want me to list the spells for you?
Oh, I can get them. I found the. I do like the idea of summon monster type. Basically, that's one that I'm quite impressed with at the moment.
Okay.
And I can roll a 1d6 to get its traits. It looks like.
Yeah.
That's sad, but okay. So it basically is a duplicate of myself, except for the other things that it can't do or are modified. There's a +1 for all stats. 1 hit point. Yeah. I would prefer to have that +2 hit point for each level as one of my traits.
By the way, I think you roll that each time you summon it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't need to pick anything now. It's just when you summon it, roll a d6, pick the traits, and then the GM tells you the type of monster you summoned this time.
Okay.
Changes each time.
That's cool. All right, I can do that.
I think anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong there for my understanding of it. 'Cause
No,
that's
you're
always
right.
the same.
You're exactly right. Yeah. Yep. Each time it's slightly different, so you can roll a d6 and figure out what you summon. So,
Excellent. Okay, let me copy that into my character sheet, and then
alrighty.
we'll figure out how to macro it later.
Okay.
What is this level 5 summoning? currently do not have this active because my level is still 5. Anyway, I've got it copied out, so thank you. I will hand over the scroll of bone spear things.
All right, and he will spend the hour or so of the coronation party to copy down the summon monster spell into a new page of your spell book, and it will be awesome. And okay, we resolved Corvus, we resolved Adrian. Actually, we haven't quite resolved Adrian yet.
Still got the attention, the being tricked or the whatever version, hasn't he?
Oh, that's right.
Entangled and sorcelled or tricked.
Yes. Yes. Adrian, you are one of I'm going to move you guys down because you guys need to be at a table. Alright, the party moves down into the lovely dining rooms here, where there is food and drink and wine. Corvus, Adrian, Phoenix. When all of a sudden, Adrian, you feel a literal knife in your back as one of the servers, overcome with emotion, starts to stab you over and over.
What?
I mean, other than my first reaction of ow, overcome with what kind of emotion? I wrench around to try to get a glimpse of whoever this is. Probably doing more damage to myself.
Okay. It glances off your magical armor, this attack. But the server behind you is crying, and she raises up her drink tray and tries to smash it down onto your head.
I dodged that.
Okay. It bounces off your shoulder, but does very little damage. The server screams at you, "Why didn't you protect my daughter? She was with you when that fireball went off. Why didn't you protect her? You're a great wizard."
I just stare at her. I don't know what to say. I feel like I've already...
Sorry would be a start.
I know. I do apologize. That doesn't do anything, does it?
You can make a charisma defy danger to kind of pacify her.
Yeah.
How's your charisma? Wow. Okay, you take her into your arms and soothe her and say that you're sorry, but her. You couldn't protect her, and many other people died the same way, and she's just gonna have to try and move on from her loss. She sobs, and one of the guards takes her to the dungeon because she was assaulting a dinner guest. And Phoenix, were you typing something?
I was just going to type out that Phoenix kind of throughout that kind of makes faces at Adrian for her fake sympathy for this person.
Yeah.
Kind of just gives her a look of you.
Like a mocking imitation. Oh, yeah, poor thing.
Exactly. And Phoenix is just like, she's going to go to jail because of you. Her daughter's dead because of you. And you get the best you can manage is they're there.
Okay. Phoenix, your carousal here was you wanted to gain a new friend and gain some useful information, right?
Yeah, and avoid being
and avoid being ensorcelled or stabbed or
yeah.
So in drinking your fill of wine at the long table here, you make friends with Snod, who
how do I spell that?
SNOD.
Snod, okay.
Snod Feeden, who's a member of the city guard. He has on one of those plague doctor masks that they all wear, and has got 2 badges on him to show he's pretty high up in the ranks of the guards. And he says, "I hear that elves can't hold their liquor."
That's true, because we're too busy drinking it. I do it by the wine glass that I'm holding in my hand and very quickly drinking it down. So you can't hold it for any time at all. And slam the glass down. Okay. Waving for a servant to come fill up again. What about guards? I hear they can't catch anything. Can you catch this one? And I toss him a lager across.
He manages, yeah. He manages to catch it.
I actually made him roll.
He manages to catch it and quaffs it to show he's just as able to hold his drink as you. Tell me, Mr. Elf, do you take your job seriously? I'm very serious about what I do. I've got a very important job. I do.
Oh, aye? Well, I'm sitting here with a clown medal on my left breast, a novelty nose on my, nose, and painted painted on face paint in the shape of a clown. I think I am as serious as it gets. And Phoenix says this in complete seriousness, and but it's clear that he's messing with him. What do you do, though, my good man? So tell me.
Oh, I'm the executioner around these parts. I make sure they die nice and quick. No suffering. No long drawn out pain. I just do my business and make sure they don't suffer.
Oh, well, that's good that they don't suffer. It'd be better if they didn't have to die at all, but, you know, I suppose you humans are still learning. He gives him a kind of wink as if to say he's just messing with them, but yeah, killing people bad. So what's the name? I'm Phoenix, or some people call me the Clown, others call me some name that I can't quite remember because I keep forgetting it every week. Garson? Something like that? Can't remember. What was my clown name? I need to write this down.
Gonzo. Gonzo the Great.
Okay, Gonzo is my clown alter ego. That's fine. I'll save that. I am Phoenix, also known as. I had a fairly minor role in everything involved here.
A serving lady comes up to you, Phoenix, and hands you a new glass of wine. And in at the bottom of that glass of wine, there's a note that says, "Good job, Gonzo."
I can't read this. The ink is all wet and runny. Did somebody leave a message for me? Anyone at all? If so, I prefer it in the form of jewels and gold and squeaky noses. Squeaky. But he kind of laughs. Downs the drink and leaves the thing. Yeah, I imagine he's quite inebriated at this point, having a good time.
Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
you will notice your demon eye focusing on Snod here as he talks with Phoenix, and he will start to exhibit a reddish aura, and a crown of black flames will float above his head, much like a halo, but it's a crown of black flames.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on that as well. I mutter under my breath, mostly to myself, though I don't really care who can hear it.
Phoenix, you will notice Snod's voice becomes more suave and more refined as he suddenly leans closer to you and says very conversationally, the legions of hell would dearly like their crown back, Mr. Bard.
Snood, was it? Snood. How can the legions of Bell have a crown? They have bells. They go rat-ta-ta, singy, dancy thingy.
I'm quite fond of this man. He takes such pride in his work. But Mr. Phoenix, let's not play games. I can make it worth your while to return the crown to me. Or to us, rather.
Snooty. What the demons of Bell? He seems to be trying to focus, this is clearly an important conversation. He's putting all his charismatic powers into this. It's just not very easy because there's a bottle of wine and he's probably had 3 or 4 of those at this point, and that other bottle of wine is looking at him and he's distracted. Focus. Snood. What do they want with the crown? What does it do? Why did a human have it if it belongs to the demons of Bell? Are you the humans of Bell?
Snood will see that wine is is awfully distracting to you. So he will touch the bottle of wine, and it will vanish in a flash of red flames.
Have we not lost enough? Phoenix wipes away a fake tear. How many more must we lose? He gives another stage look over towards Adrian at that, before turning back to Sneak. Okay, Snod. What do the demons want? The crown for.
Well, given how pathetic the showing of the Demon Prince of Greed was, I think it may be time to find a younger and more passionate Prince of Greed. So for that, we need his crown back.
I see. Have you thought about, and this is a crazy concept, generosity, kindness, benevolence? All good things, I assure you. You might wish to give them a try.
What is it that Adrian sees as far as, can she tell that this guy is either is a demon or is speaking on behalf of one, or...
Right. The person there is a human, but he is in some manner being possessed by a powerful demon.
Am I getting that vibe as well, or do I believe Snod to be the demon?
You can make a discern realities about that.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
And by the way, that goes for anybody. I mean, you can always discern realities. You don't have to wait for me to say. You can discern. Man.
Okay, who's really in control here with regards to this person? Like, who am I actually talking to?
Your bardic lore, with the constant emphasis on pride and the way this demon is speaking to you, would seem to indicate that this is Lucifer, the demon prince of pride, who is kind of possessing Snod at the moment.
Oh, so nobody important then, just the demon in existence. Okay. What should I be on the lookout for here? I get the feeling mortals aren't really supposed to mess with Lucifer, so how can I keep myself safe?
Right.
Also, they got magic spells and cool cool items, and I got a visit from a demon prince.
Okay, what should you be on the lookout for? Well, you should be on the lookout for cats, which are starting to cluster closer to as he is speaking here. And they're all looking at you.
Do I get any knowledge as to why I should look out for the cats?
They seem to be very twitchy and uncomfortable looking cats. You would hazard a guess that maybe they are not actually cats, but
Okay.
And Adrian and Corvus, you would also see the cats come in.
See them come in, but not sure I would pay them any attention.
What is about to happen?
From what you know, the Lucifer himself is fairly trustworthy as far as bargains go. If you had to pick a demon prince to try and make a deal with, Lucifer might be the better option. So he is going to offer some form of information for a bargain for the crown that that you can accept or not. Does that answer?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, in game, because I obviously don't know what kind of world you guys have built up. Are demons perceived as like universally bad and evil? Some demons are good, some demons are bad, some demons are neutral.
Boy. You can make a spout lore.
Okay. Oh wait, I think I have a book. Give me a second to check my items. I should start book.
You should still have books, yes.
Let's see. Yes, I'm going to knock off a use of books to get that +1.
Alright. Okay, the demons are generally, are concerned with, bringing, various forms of destruction or decay or degradation to the world. So they're not evil technically. Yeah, most people would say demons are evil.
Okay, and giving them a crown back is an evil act. Great. Okay. I'm using bardic lore. I'm guessing Lucifer enough will be written about him in the grand histories of the world for me to be able to find out a bit of information about him. One question about Lucifer. Okay, I think my question would be, how is it possible to best Lucifer in this situation? Like, how is it possible to not give him what he wants and instead do the right thing? Can I pull any examples from my stories that might inspire me for how I might be able to avoid making a deal with the devil and still come out on top of this?
I mean, a bard in a deal with the devil sounds kind of like a cool thing to happen.
This is a good bard. I'm not taking a deal with the devil. Most bards, sure, not this bard. This bard is a hero of the people. I don't think I've even killed anyone in this game yet.
I'm pretty sure you have to beat him in a fiddling contest.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that does sound... yeah, but... do I have a fiddle? I think I do have a fiddle, actually. I think I genuinely have a fiddle.
No way.
Yes, I have a fiddle that has never before been played. I actually do have one as one of my items.
Alright, okay, Lucifer as the Demon Prince of Pride is, from all the stories that you've heard, is very, very bound to what he said he was going to do. So if you can come up with some kind of a word play or something like that where he can agree to it, but you kind of can twist it into some other interpretation, there are stories where he has been bested that way. But let's jump over to Adrian and Corvus, since it's been a while since they have reacted to anything. So, Corvus, Adrian, Phoenix is meeting with Snog over there. Cats are pouring in. What do you do?
I mean, I can tell the Snog, whatever, is possessed. I have no ability to, like, whatever people do with possessed people. I don't remember the name of it now.
Exercise.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. I have no abilities in this area. So, I mean, Phoenix is known for his looks. I like his glances and the language that he speaks with his eyes, and eye contact and significant glances and communication that way. So I will try my hand at giving him a look that, hey, be careful. Like, really, really be careful. This guy is not what he appears to be, but guess what?
Phoenix seems to just nod as he's busy kind of grabbing food and talking to Snod continuously as if he's nodding along to what he's saying, but there is a moment where he seems to nod just a bit firmer as he reaches for a roll.
Yep.
Adrian, you can make an aid or interfere.
To
aid or interfere.
Well, to aid or interfere what?
Yeah, I haven't exactly rolled anything yet.
Right.
Right, whatever Phoenix's next move is.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Do we have a bond formed, Adrian? I think we do.
If you have one with me, I don't know about it, but I haven't. Bonds are
Adrian
not
trusted me with a secret because I know you. Yeah, I've got a bond with you because I know about the fact that you're not actually from your where you said you were.
That's right.
As I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that will give +1, and alright, you managed to aid or interfere with Phoenix without any penalty.
Yes.
Great. Corvus?
Corvus doesn't really feel that he can do anything, I think, because he's at least somewhat aware that this guy is possessed, and so if he stabs him or something, which is his main skill set, the human will die and the demon will just head back to hell, right? So that's his assumption.
Right. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, I now have a song going through my head.
Is it the one about playing the fiddle of the devil? Because
No,
I haven't been able to stop it.
No, but although that one did run through my head too. No, I'm singing the Tenacious D one.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah. Okay, Adrian, as your demon eye sweeps around the room again, the cats are revealed to be shape-shifted little imps that are kind of crouching down and sort of pretending to be cats.
Mm-hmm. I see this?
Yes, your demon eye sees.
Nice. Okay. That's extremely interesting. Do I detect that they're intending to do anything? Or do I get that feeling, or am I just keeping an eye on them to make sure they don't?
Let's see. They seem to be waiting for any kind of signal from Snod or the Demon Prince as to what to do in any situation. So they're poised. They're kind of anxious to do something, but they are waiting for an order.
Any way that I could convince them that they have received an order and make them go do it? Something like a charm person, but not.
Do you speak cat? Or the rarer but slightly more relevant dialect, demonic cat.
Oh, maybe you don't know demonic language.
Do I?
Maybe.
I mean, I could give it a shot. I don't know where to start.
Start with a spout lore.
Okay.
See if you know the demonic language. Yeah.
Maybe I know a couple phrases of some weird language. And I just try them, throw them out there. I just sort of mutter them to see what they do.
Sure, give it a try, yeah.
I don't personally, out of character, know any phrases, so that's good. I like it.
All right. Let's do let's do a charisma roll, Adrian,
Okay.
to try and communicate with these transformed demons.
Mm-hmm. The chance of Heod. I'm looking at fun little random generators of things.
Okay. The closest imps will turn around, peer at you, and shout with their little scratchy voices. What did you say to us?
You know what I said, I mutter, hoping that came across as I intended.
Does like everything else in the room stop as demons are clearly present in the hall? I mean, they just yelled across the entirety of a room filled with guards and soldiers.
Meow, meow.
Yes, the servants will all scamper away. The guards will start to rush forward. And the imps will all leap at you. They will shed their cat shape-shifting. All leap at you, Adrian.
Any time to, like, cast a magic missile or something?
How about a fireball?
I think I'd want to avoid fireball for a little while.
I think I would genuinely throw my dagger at you if you tried. The second I see any smoke forming in your hand, I would throw a dagger.
Okay, yeah, you have time to do a spell or something before they reach you.
Yeah, plus magic missile's always just generically fast, so let's see if I can get, yeah, I totally
Alright.
am able.
What spell are you doing? Magic missile?
This is magic missile, yeah.
Okay.
And I guess I can only just target one of them, so hopefully that'll scare the rest of them off, realizing that I can get them pretty hard.
Where is your spells, Adrian? Spell.
2d4 on one target.
Remember, you've got the 2d4 from my 2d4 plus 2 from my boost as well.
Ooh.
I think that would have worn off by now.
Remember, it's just the party from afterwards, and I cast it right as the boss fight was starting. It's not that long afterwards.
It's actually a couple days later.
Oh, right.
It was one, yeah, there was a little mention of a couple days having passed.
Oh boy.
I'll take that.
You blast one of the imps backwards.
I would imagine it just kind of turns into a column of momentary flame and a little wisp of smoke, and then a smoldering little pool of
ashes.
Corpse on the ground. Sizzle. The rest of them shriek, and I don't know. I hope they run away, but I don't have any sort of like intimidation move to kind of pair that with.
There it is. Alright, that one's dead.
Nice.
The other three, in an organized attack, yell, "Charge!" and slam their hooked spears into you.
Could the rest of us not react to try and help him?
Yes, you can try to react.
Okay, I'm going to... I think I gave you one first, didn't I? Corvus, go first, because I still need to actually work out what I'm going to say for this one.
Sure.
Hey, you laugh, but it's really difficult to keep coming up with new rhymes every week.
No, I appreciate it. I really do. I love your rhymes.
Thank you.
I imagine Corvus did not bring his spear to dinner, so he's just going to grab, like, a steak knife or something off the table and try to skewer an imp with it, I guess.
Okay. Roll for hack and slash.
I forget, are knives precise or do I have to use strength?
I think strength.
Okay.
Oh dear. Alright, you misjudge, and the steak knife clatters off the imp's shield. They will. The two closest to you will give a cackle and sink their hooked spears into you, Corvus. Roll.
That's right, they have spears. Damn it.
Yeah, you're a bit of a range disadvantage.
1d6 plus 1.
Well, no. I just
5
wish I had
damage.
thought to... Okay, yeah. I just wish I had thought to pick up the spear from the dead one. But I'll do that next turn. Next go around.
And the hooked spears restrain you in place, Corvus. As they hook them in and pull tight to hold you in place. Phoenix.
These demonic cats are a foul beast, but amongst them I find the least. To you I speak, and my words are true. Around you see, I'm so blue. A time to strike and fight so fierce. Your enemies are... lost it. Your enemies you need to pierce. Upon your left you will see one. Be swift, be sure. Leave no one. And it's a new spell actually that I've not had a chance to make the macro for, but it's up to 11. I'll just post it.
Wow.
And that is going to be cast upon Lucifer himself. Because I think Lucifer could destroy all the imps if he wanted to.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Your amazing rhymes makes Snod turn about briefly, and a bolt of hellflame will jet from his fingers and smote. Which imp were you saying?
Literally just any of them that seem weak. In fact, one holding Corvus in place, so he's got an easier time of getting out.
Actually, choose a target. The target attacks the nearest ally in range.
Oh,
Yeah.
the nearest. Oh well.
Okay. So this one coming in the door here gets blasted backwards by the massive bolt of hell flames, and the imp just like smooshes on the corner here and spreads out in two pieces. Half in this way, half in that way. And he does.
Adrian, might I recommend a dispel magic to dispel whatever's summoning these things?
We can try it.
Phoenix calls over.
I could try. Well, let me see if I've even got that prepared. Oh, that's not a.
Didn't you forget it?
No.
When you cast detect magic on the Palantir?
Detect magic, I forgot. I did not.
Oh!
Dispel magic
right,
is different.
Sorry. Yeah.
But I don't recall where dispel magic comes from.
3rd level. Dispel magic.
I don't even know that.
Okay.
I thought you used that before to like destroy the fireball that was coming at you, didn't you?
I thought so too, but I don't know.
That was counter spell.
Ah.
The one remaining imp here will see that his comrades are falling left and right, and he will raise his shield up high and say, "Reinforcements! We need reinforcements!" His shield will glow, and
Hey, Lucy, sounds to me like he's not listening. He's disobeying your orders. After all, you tried to attack him. Are you letting an imp disobey the greatest of demons? No one would ever take you seriously again. You should smite them all from existence. It's the only reasonable way. They can't even be allowed back into hell after this. People would talk. Demons would talk. And then, well, if you don't rule over hell, where do you rule?
oh, Synod will turn around. And a bolt of hellfire will start towards you, Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and dodge it, obviously. Try being the operative word.
I can take the crown off your corpse as easily as I can off your body. Yeah.
Technically not true. After all, don't you know the most famous of bardic stories? The purifying light of the bardic given his life in martyrdom? He says as he kind of burns through the fire.
What? Does that kill you?
No, not quite.
Okay.
Close.
Okay, what did he cast? Did he cast a fireball or something that I could maybe counterspell that with?
Counter spell only applies to yourself.
Nah.
You need protective counter, which is the next stage up.
I see.
Thank you, Phoenix. Yeah.
Oh, though what you could... No, I'm afraid you probably can't assist me to get free to pass.
No, and I don't have mirror imager either.
Corvus could, one of you could roll to defend. That would half the damage at least.
True. Let me think about this. Spell defense. I don't have any ongoing spells. Is the problem. Otherwise,
you still have the basic move defend.
Right, I do. I'm just trying to come up with something to basically use it on. But
meanwhile, Corvus here is being restrained by the little imps. Corvus, what do you do in this situation? You have imps coming up behind you, imps pinning you down.
He's away on a phone call.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. Okay, well.
let me at least try to defend Phoenix, see if we can at least cut that damage by a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Many to get? Alright.
Yeah, we'll cut it in half.
So, half the damage?
Sure.
Cheers, that's a rather big increase in what health I have remaining.
Alright, as long as you stand in defense, when you or the thing you defend is alright, so Adrian,
I know how
leaping
that worked too. No, I know how it worked. My halberd, the whatever column of flame that's consuming Phoenix, somehow I magically just slice it in half with my halberd and kind of peel the one away and make it go away somehow. It looks pretty cool. That's all I really know.
I kind of give a shaky nod towards Adrian and Fangs. Oh, Corvus is back. We better jump to him.
Oh, good. So, Corvus, you are still, you are bound by the imps that have their spears stuck in you. Other imps here are moving to surround Snod protectively. What do you do, Corvus?
I try to snatch a spear from a fallen imp.
Okay. Make a strength defy danger. Goodness. Boy. Well, you're racking up the experience at least.
Yeah.
Could the argument be made that he needs to use Constitution instead of Strength? And would that let you pass it? He did. Because he's essentially just causing himself physical harm if he just rips it through himself and carries on regardless.
Corvus, is your Constitution any higher than your Strength?
It's literally twice my strength, yes.
Oh. Okay. Boy, sure. Why not?
Okay. So that's a 7 with con.
Alright. Alright, the spears digging into you are going to do another 4 damage to you, Corvus, but you do manage to wrench a spear from the goblin. Now that you have a spear, what do you want to do with it?
I'm going to stab an imp with the spear.
Okay. You can make a precise hack and slash. Damn.
Unfortunately, it's only... Well, I'll add the extra damage, so it's a total of 9, because this is not my normal spear.
Oh, okay. One of the goblins goes down on your spear, impaled through, let's say this one. One of the goblins goes down. The other one calls for support. Get over here, you guys! Help me out! And a few of the goblins come running over to help and have you surrounded, Corvus. Adrian, what do you do in this?
Okay, I have an idea. That being, I am going to, as stealthily as I can, sneak up to one of the imps, and I'm going to like grab it, pull it close, and whisper into its ear, "You know you want the throne. Lucifer's been there too long. Wouldn't you just love to sit up there for once, ruling his hell for him?"
You're not Phoenix.
I know I'm not, but I'm taking a page from Phoenix's book. I'm like, this is okay, and assuming that it can understand what I'm saying due to my demon eye or something, I don't know. Am I even successful in this attempt?
The imp is going to lean his head back real fast and smash it into your face. And say, "We pledge our loyalty forever to the demon prince of pride."
Okay, yeah. Bad move.
Okay, the people in here are mostly trying to get away. They are the courtiers and the merchants in the city. They are rapidly trying to escape the hellish imps and the strangely terrifying snog. The guards here are... Yeah, the guards here are actually in a moment of bravery going to smash into the goblins surrounding Corvus here and start to tussle with them. So Corvus, the focus is off you at the moment. The imps are distracted by the guards coming up.
Is there a source of flame anywhere in this room? Like near me, anyway.
There's candles and there's a chandelier.
Any like torches on the wall or anything like that?
No, there's candles and a chandelier.
Like, how does a chandelier work before electricity? Out of curiosity, like, is that a big source of fire, or?
Yeah, there's like 20 or 30 candles burning in the chandelier. It's hanging from the ceiling from a chain. It's about 10 feet off the ground.
Wait, so wax drips down on all of us all the time whilst we're eating? Sounds horrible.
Where is this imagery coming from of a wagon wheel shaped chandelier that's flaming up off the edges? Just like as a trough of oil or something around the edge of this thing. This is what I'm envisioning, and I know it's from something, but I don't remember what.
Yes, that is pretty accurate, Daniel.
So not necessarily wax candles that are causing problems, but more just.
Or you know, there's like a basin to catch the wax as it drips.
Right. This is the royal dining area, right? So is there like a throne or something like that for where royalty would eat at?
I want there to be now. Yeah, at the other end of the room there's a table for the royalty.
Good to see that they keep the honoured guests as close as physically possible to themselves by parking me in the far corner of the room next to the executioner. I'm clearly very valued. Okay. Phoenix is going to take off like a shot to try and get over towards them. Specifically, he's aiming to get just in front of the throne, to where he knows of a secret stash that's kept there for just such demonic emergencies. I'm gonna basically bardic lore it again. Location, dining hall, and within that, there's going to be something that can destroy demonic items. So specifically, the goal is going to be to hold to ransom the crown. I'm guessing you want some kind of defy danger for me to get across there.
Oof. Okay, defy danger with dexterity twice.
I'm gonna go. Can I?
Intelligence.
I don't want to be stopped, so I'm just gonna roll Constitution, and if they hit me, I'm just gonna keep going. If that is that right?
Okay, sure.
So I'm not necessarily dodging, but I'm just going through whatever I need. It's the same stats, technically. In fact, dexterity would have made me pass that. That's ironic. But I don't want to risk not passing. And that second one, I'm going to use the +1 that from the aid and interfere.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Not great, but froze.
Okay, the closest imps to you manage to run after you and stick their spears into you as you're running and striving to get to the end of the hall here.
Phoenix hardly grunts as he feels his flesh rip and the spears cut through him, but he perseveres. He knows his best hope is getting Lucifer's presence out of here, and
yes,
rushes on.
I was gonna say you were like dragging them behind you, but yeah, they can whip out.
Yeah, I'm an elf. I can't carry demons. Strength's abysmal. Anyway, yeah. So he gets there quickly. Kind of queen, or sorry, the queen, because she's not my queen. I'm not from here. I remember this from the story of Al, the king of all kingdoms, and this is a specialty that all monarchs have had since the dawn of time. And he quickly flips open the emergency compartment, pulls out the ceremonial dagger, and flips out the crown. Lucifer, stop or I break it. You'll never, ever have any demon of greed again. this is shattered, you will never have your full consortment of the greater demon lords. Stand down, never return. Never send any of your servants back into the world of the living. To this place.
My goodness. Lucifer will scowl at you, gesture to his imp defenders, and one by one they will vanish.
Good.
He does make the point, though, that if the crown breaks right now, it's the same as if he doesn't get it back. So why should he give up the pursuit forever if it means it breaks right now?
I didn't say you had to give up the pursuit of the crown forever. I said you and your demons and your servants were not allowed here. You can have the crown back, provided you swear to follow that, as you and your servants never again set foot, or claw, or wing upon the realm of the living.
Boy. Fine, I will vow not to attack this world with my troops again.
Not what I asked for. You or any of your servants to never again come into this world. To never again threaten anyone within it. There are other worlds, Lucifer. Lots of other worlds, but this one is safe. You cannot ever take it. Or this crown breaks, and so does your dominion.
God, he really wants that crown. This would legitimately be a parlay.
Okay, in the event I don't pass this, guys, I fully expect aid and assist, because this is kind of important.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, don't damn it! You're the one who sicked the Demon Lord of Pride on me. In fact, I'm still alive as a miracle. Don't give me damn. You literally tried to damn me here, and it's not working.
Well, if it helps, I was going to aid by helpfully pointing out to Lucifer all the loopholes in that.
Alright. Lucifer eventually gives his oath that he will fulfill the conditions that you have laid out there. And he holds out his hand for the crown.
I toss it across them.
Alright.
Well, the deal is sealed.
The obsidian crown and the reddish aura surrounding Snod vanish. And he blinks his eyes and looks around in confusion. Did I block out? I think I was that drunk. Phoenix, what are you doing down there?
I kind of gesture to all my bloods that's literally painting half the room. The likely terrified queen, probably some dead guards, and general scene of chaos, and go, another day at the office. Yeah.
here. Alright, so the carouse ends with a bash here.
So when do I get the actual bonuses from the carouse roll? You know, as opposed to the demonic fight.
Well, Snod was supposed to be your friend. He's still your friend.
He was a demon that tried to murder me. What kind of friends do you have, Ingrid?
He was possessed by a demon. He's back
but that
now,
doesn't
and
make
he's
him
your
a good
friend.
Before he was possessed, though, he was your friend. Okay.
Okay. Useful information? He was possessed?
Useful in I'm sorry. The demon was going to give you useful information. Okay. Useful information that Snod would know. Add notes. Oh, yes, okay. Alright. Useful information that Snod would know. I'm gonna be off to sharpen my axe pretty soon. Word is that, there's gonna be a bounty out on Master Sargur. He's been consorting with powers not favorable to the crown, so there's gonna be a bounty out on his head, so hopefully I'm gonna get to chop it off pretty soon. So that'll be interesting. Never had to chop off a wizard's head before.
Please. There's some people are from the local wizarding college. He kind of gestures at Adrian and others, who I imagine are nervously rubbing their necks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking this. Oh boy, he was my professor. I wonder. Yeah. Adrian overhears this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she will be standing about nervously at this point.
Queen Blackadder shouts down at Alonz and says, "I want this place proof of all otherworldly influences. No demons, no angels, no nothing. I want it proof against all of that nonsense. See to it."
Angels are kinda good.
Yeah, but they're stuck up.
I think I totally got one over on Lucifer. Because from the way I worded that, he can't actually mess with anyone ever. So long as they're alive.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because whilst I told him there are other worlds, if anyone's living in those worlds, he's not allowed to mess with them. I screwed Lucifer over. This is going to come back to bite me horribly when I die. Somehow he's going to get a hold of my soul when I die.
Oh dear. Well, just never die, okay?
Good advice. Personally, I think I should retire my character. He's just defeated the demons entirely. I think that he's done. I'm gonna start a new guy next week.
Make a cleric.
A cleric, yeah. No, I'm gonna go for a demon. I'm pretty sure the Sundered Worlds rulebooks let you go for a demon, so yeah, that's what I'm going for. Demon. Who's kind of wondering why I suddenly can't hang out with the party anymore.
Well, as long as you're not one of Lucifer's demons, you're fine.
Fun fact, that Lucifer is actually the lord of all demons. All demons are his demons.
In some setting.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's why I passed the spout lore check to make sure. Which, again, you did confirm for me. Plus I had the bardic lore for getting questions on Lucifer.
Raw.
Though somehow I don't think Lucifer is going to be Lord of Demons for very long because he just traded away the ability to mess with mortals. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a rebellion on his hands.
Okay, that's how it comes over.
I mean, that sounds like a human thing to do. He traded all that power for a crown.
So if he is usurped and someone else takes over, does that contract you made with him still...
Yeah, technically they wouldn't be a servant of Lucifer anymore, so yes, it would be null and void. But, you know, I couldn't exactly... I think even I would struggle to convince Lucifer. No demon will ever mess with humans or any kind of... or elves or dwarves or halflings or any other person that doesn't want to be messed with by demons, and even people who do want to mess with demons, but they shouldn't because demons are bad. Yeah, I don't think he was going to agree to that, so I think I did find out the circumstance.
Just as long as he personally doesn't cause trouble.
Or anyone under him that serves him in any form or fashion.
Yeah.
Neither he nor any of his servants. Okay. So can another demon prince send their minions?
No, because they're servants of Lucifer. Servant is a very broad term when you stop to think of it. It's anyone who serves. And the demons, princes, serve Lucifer. He is the greatest of the demons.
Yeah, it is a very broad term.
It's a glorious term.
You probably should have defined it a little less broadly, because I feel like he's going to interpret it in a way that benefits him rather than you.
Possibly, but that's always a risk with demons.
Yeah, they really love doing that.
Yeah, now he'll just say, like, all you that were under me, you do your own thing, you're no longer...
Right, you're no longer under contract for me. Go, you work for... Yeah. I'm
yes,
resigning.
because the demon of pride, you know, the person whose defining trait is pride, is going to let all the demons no longer serve him. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Very good point.
Hey, I thought this through, guys. I might have only had like 10 minutes to come up with it. And 5 of those minutes I was on fire, but I was careful.
I applaud your thinking under pressure. It is much better than I usually do. So, Queen Blackadder commands Alonz to make her mansion safe against all beings of otherworldly power. And the party winds down with tragedy because several of the guards did perish in those goblins, those imps attacking. But yay, you guys managed to survive.
Survive an entire session of carousing.
Wow.
Yeah, but put it this way. See, when you're talking to people about what happened in this session, yeah, we took on the greatest of all demons, and we survived. That's not just we survived Sunday's session. We took on the greatest of all demons.
That is true.
Sure, he wasn't properly manifested, and he never really wanted to fight us at any point, but you just don't tell them that. You just say we survived. That's all that matters. Dexter, we won! it doesn't get much better than that.
I feel honor bound to point out that there is still a chance for Corvus to get entangled in sorcerer tricks because I did not choose that option.
I think that was the demons because I chose not to and I got demons.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that applying for all of us. I just feel.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
I think.
I don't want to get away with anything.
Yeah. No, I think getting stabbed by the imps from hell was probably enough of a entanglement for you, Corvus.
Also, in case it's forgotten, because I don't want it to be, it's Adrian's fault that imps decided to attack us all anyway, based off of trying to speak to them. We could have had a negotiation where I was able to say that without being assaulted by imps and hellfire, but yeah. Adrian, once again, caused untold misery and death amongst the poor guard and civilian population. Always you, Adrian, always.
Within
actually the big bad guy of this series? Like in the background?
She could be. I wouldn't say no to that.
Oh, Adrian, you wish to speak to me after all of, this. I think Felix kind of just is busy kind of clearing his wounds as he kind of speaks to her, but as the party's kind of dead, he might as well speak to her about whatever went on. Oh, and thanks for he kind of gestures to the halberd and the swishiness. He stops moving his hand, which is kind of blackened and burnt.
At least I did that.
That doesn't help.
Right. Yeah.
Within a few days, headshots of Master Sargul had put up around town with with an announcement that there's a substantial reward for anyone who brings in Master Sargul dead or alive.
You know, guys, I don't understand this world. Phoenix says, shaking his head. You can overthrow an evil monarch. You can rescue another monarch from sure execution. You can defeat a demon, one of the great demon princes. You can banish another demon. Remove demons entirely as a threat. Save countless lives. And yet, the very 2 days later, they expect you to go out and hunt for some poor sod and murder him. Where's the justice? What kind of life are we living?
Mm-hmm.
So the stories seem to cut out a lot of the, horrendous downtime in burying the bodies, don't they? I never seem to sing about that. No, I shouldn't sing. Still hate singing.
The option to try to find Master Sargul is, completely optional. You guys don't have to do it.
I think Phoenix was more going for a commentary on the state of the world where, murder is more rewarding than saving people from demons 3 times over.
This is Delgara. It's not friendly.
It's true. It's very true. I think Phoenix is eyeing the next airship out of here, though. I think he's done. But,
I mean, the city's ruler is literally named Blackadder, so yeah.
Touché. You can't really argue with that. Well, I'm called Phoenix, and I keep getting back up after being burned horrendously, so I guess it all fits.
I'm just glad we haven't run into Baldric yet.
So, there's a reward out for Master Sargul. Corvus, you have information about a map to a tower that might contain secrets of what happened to your clan or how to manufacture weapons. And Phoenix, you have the Palantir still. That is still glowing with that purplish light. I should point out there is a supplemental moves here that are moves that sort of can be, they're best to do sort of in town. Particularly the bolster move here, which it's kind of like a training montage. You spend weeks or a month preparing, and you gain like tokens that you can spend on subsequent rolls. So you're preparing for a particular conflict or a particular goal. You gain some tokens, and you can use that to bolster future moves. Adrian, you also have your ritual move that you could do. You can try and recruit followers or hirelings if you need a particular skill. You have gold now, so you could actually go out and buy some more equipment or consolidate your resources, buy something.
Yep. That I could. I'm not sure what I would buy at this point, but
Phoenix, were you here? Were you here when Lady Blackadder passed out the reward to you guys? You weren't here.
No.
Oh, great, you weren't here. Okay. Lady Blackadder handed you when she awarded you guys your medals. She awarded the three of you a chest of 1,000 gold pieces.
Wow. So.
And presumably that got distributed evenly.
Does Bertok take a cut as like the leader of the airship? And seems like he was kind of involved last time.
He was, but I was thinking, probably not.
He can have the one leftover coin.
Yeah, that's true. I'll let him have that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, Bertok probably gets enough income from the shop tower that sells the.
That's fair. I mean, he it's just he did take part, and if you want to take a couple of hundred away from, as like NPC reason, I could totally see that. But yeah, no, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouse. Though it does ruin all my jokes about being a starving artist. But yeah, I'll take the money.
Well, you just have to spend it all right away.
Good. Somehow I don't think I'm going to carouse anytime soon, because the last time I did that, it ended horribly. So yeah, let's not do that. And that was with it passing. Imagine what would happen if I rolled double one. I probably would invite the end of the world. Or turn every angel into a demon somehow. Yeah, no, not risking that. I don't know what I'm spending 333 on, but it isn't.
Well, just don't carouse with another obsidian crown in your possession.
Good shout, good shout. Though to be honest, if I somehow end up with another one, that implies I'm dead because I've managed to meet a demon again, so maybe it'll be the least of my worries. Well, who knows? Maybe I impressed Lucifer so much he's decided he'll recruit me as the next demon of carousing. I don't think he has one of those yet. Or the demon of awkward bargains that don't really make a whole lot of sense, but suddenly are becoming really annoying.
The demon prince of silly poetry.
That, yes, that's what I want to be.
You can replace Nancy Paula Millstone Jennings.
I'm probably going to think about that kind of over the week or fortnight or what have you, and come back to you on what I'm spending that on, because obviously I wasn't expecting any kind of real income. Is there like a list of inventory items somewhere that we can look over for what we can buy, or?
There is in the in your journal. There should be.
Oh, the
under in town. There is general gear and services, which is weapons, armor, dungeon gear. Poisons,
yeah, I need to restock that. That's
blah blah blah. Services, blah blah blah. Ships, airships, buildings. You can buy a building, maybe. No, you can buy a hovel. That's like, well, if you consolidate like 2 people together, you could get like a cottage. I don't know. And then magical items are variable in price. You do have a wizard among you if you want a custom magical item. I mean,
ooh, that's tempting actually.
Well, Corvus is going to buy some good quality steel and start crafting himself a nice set of plate armor. And he doesn't actually know how to make magical armor yet, but like what little he does know, he's going to put into preparing it for enchantment. So I imagine he's like engraving it with sigils and seals and things that are later going to be filled with power.
Okay, yeah. That is pretty cool. Yeah, you can totally do that. There is shipments of steel that come in occasionally from the dwarven mountains, and from there's a newer steel being produced a little closer to home. So yeah, there is imports of that. There's coal. You have all the equipment you would need if you wanted to rent out a small forge or take up with another armorer. Yeah, you can totally forge something like that. Should we think about what we do and then convene whenever we get together again?
Yeah, that works for me.
Experience real quick. Corvus, you failed a bunch of times, so that's like...
I've been meaning
by
to
the way,
ask guys, why do you not just like add the experience as soon as you fail?
I do.
Right,
I
so
only
do I.
actually had one
Makes
fail.
sense.
Who did?
Yeah, Corvus only actually had one failed roll.
Oh, okay.
I had quite a few.
Okie dokie. I personally keep track of the failed experience in the session notes, just so I can add them up if there's a question. But if you guys add them immediately, that's fine too. I'm not trying to be too mothering about when you add your experience. Corvus, you did gain 3 experience last session. I'm not sure if you saw that, even though you were unconscious.
Learning
You learned a lot
blows,
about stone and rubble.
yeah, self-improvement through
Probably
blows to the
passed as
head.
an engineer
Yeah, you
or a
you,
stonemason, maybe.
as a group, you guys did gain the Palantir, and you did
Defeat the Blackadder.
defeat King Blackadder. So that is a bonus to your reputation, even if you were unconscious. So I think it makes sense for you to have that.
Yeah, besides, I'd probably still sing about Corvus as an important part of the group, because he was, even if he was taken out. I still appreciate
The part where I killed the evil elf-slaying
Experience this session. You guys managed to drive away Lucifer. That's an experience. I don't know if we learned anything new and important about the world.
We learned quite a lot about demons, and more specifically about Lucifer.
Okay, that's true. That's true. No memorable treasure that I can think of, though. So.
Nah, I can't think of anything.
In fact, we kind of gave it up.
Our first paycheck. Woo!
Alright, so 2 experience for the general questions. Anybody make their alignment this session?
No.
Yeah, I got fireballed in the face for trying to help out Corvus and Adrian by casting my new spell. That was not fun. I don't think I'm trying that new spell again.
It was a great spell. I love the rhyme. I'm sorry.
That's true. That's true. I should have written that one down, actually. That was all on the spot, so I should have. Because I've got quite a list of these growing now.
Oh, really? You do?
Yeah. Oh, I've got tons and tons. I'll make a proper just section of page after page of these by the time we're done. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. You need a little Excel spreadsheet with common rhymes you're using. Rhymes for spear, rhymes for shield.
I actually do. It's sad to say, but I do have a website now that I go to that sounds like or rhymes or something like that, and I use it to build rhymes off as I'm doing it.
Corvus, did you fulfill your alignment?
Not really, no.
What is your... Okay. Alright.
I got a lead towards possibly fulfilling it in the future.
Okay. Alrighty. I guess that's a wrap. Unless anybody wants to bring up anything else.
Nothing at the moment.
Bonds. Have we kind of sorted out Bond?
Oh, bonds. Okay, that's between you guys. If you have any bonds to sort out.
I really have nothing.
You can start a bond and then finish it later on, Adrian.
I need to think about this.
Okay.
So I just need to think about what my options are, and then.
So last week I fulfilled the bond to Bertolt. I don't think I added XP from it yet, but it was Bertolt let me join the Nautilus as a crew member. I need to find a way to repay him, and I finally managed to give him back his special halfling pipe leaf. I've been saving that for ages. Got it across to him.
Okay. Sure.
That's cool. That is a great thing to bring in. Yeah. I would say that's fulfilled. I'm sorry. I don't have to say anything. But
that's alright. I'm glad. Just...
Yes, that is fulfilled. Sure. I like this idea.
Alright.
I think I'm probably going to replace it with something along the lines of Adrian and me. I wish to encourage Adrian to acknowledge the sanctity of life or something like that. Because, yeah.
What about
I wish to make Adrian more aware of the impact of her spells. How about that?
Sure.
Adrian, would you be at all interested in kind of pursuing that Palantir that Corvus that Phoenix is holding on to? I mean, it seems very magical.
Yes. Like, even if that... Are we still on the subject of bonds? Being like, one day I will get my hands on that thing and... something. I don't know.
I was going to say hold off with that because if it's not something I should safely hold on to, I was actually going to pretty much just offer it to you, and especially in exchange for a magic item, since I now know you can make us magic items.
Oh.
So you're going to get that pretty quickly. So it might make a very good bond for a bit of extra experience.
Sure.
Plus, it means our characters are kind of trusting each other with dangerous magic items, which is always a good thing.
Yep.
Probably.
I think I'm going to add a couple bonds for Corvus, one with Phoenix and one with Adrian, and they're pretty much going to be the same. It's going to be, even though Phoenix/Adrian is an elf, they don't treat me like the exile that I am, and I appreciate that.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
I think I would also say that Corvus is becoming less and less the butt of my jokes. But I think I'll wait a session, maybe until I see if that trend continues. Because I'm joking about him less and less nowadays, but mostly because he's pretty much our only frontline guy and he keeps stopping me getting stabbed by people, which I kind of appreciate, not gonna lie. But I might be back to joking, messing with him next time, because it has been rather serious of late, so I'll hold on to that one for now. Alright guys, have we got anything else to go over, or?
I think that's it. You guys are awesome role players, and it's always great to get together with you guys.
Yep. It's a good time.
Absolutely, mate. It was a great laugh. Did not expect Lucifer. You definitely blindsided me with that one, I've got to say. That was awesome.
And then it devolved into a fight. So that was cool.
Apparently, there's been like a theme in some of the games I play in recently of incredibly powerful demons just showing up and blindsiding everybody. Although nobody died with this one, so
yeah,
that is good.
In my Dark Heresy game, we accidentally got into a fight with a Lord of Change.
Oh.
Oof.
Well, to be fair, Dark Heresy, if you meet a demon, you're almost screwed. But a Lord of Change?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Did anyone survive that, or?
The DM decided to end in a cliffhanger.
So no.
So right.
The GM needed a week to come up with a reason for why he could let everyone survive.
Something like that. So just after we killed the apparently Chaos Space Marine that was with him, who was pretending to be a normal Space Marine, and right after he revealed himself as a Lord of Change, and we all shat our pants.
To be fair, I would kind of blame the GM for that one, because Dark Heresy, you're not meant to face off against a Lord of Change. Like, that is way above your pay grade.
Yeah. It was kind of our fault, because like we knew he was at least, I mean, I figured he was just a very powerful cultist, but yeah. And our party leader decided to arrange a meeting with him under the pretense that they were going to do business together, because he's masquerading as a slave trader. And then the GM had us make luck rolls to see if any of us were detailed to be at the landing pad when the guy's shuttle arrived, and my tech priest was assigned to, refuel the ship and whatnot. And then the Space Marine with him made his roll to recognize my tech priest from the time that the Space Marines tried to kill us before. And yeah, so there was some bad luck involved too.
Yes, and as I say though, a Lord of Change, I mean, that's just nasty. You should not be facing that unless you're very well prepared. You can't just stumble across that.
Yeah.
I mean, to anybody who doesn't play Dark Heresy or isn't familiar with the 40k, that'd be the equivalent of your level 4 or 5 guys coming across a endgame dragon in Dungeon World.
Got it. Wow.
It would be death. I mean, it's still probably death even if you're fully prepared, but at least you know you're walking up against death in that case.
So my tech priest has he has 11 wounds, which is pretty good. It's not bad. And he's got 14 damage soak, which is very good.
Wow. Yeah.
Except on his head, where he only has 12. A Lord of Change has 180 wounds and 19 damage soak everywhere.
You can't hurt it, basically.
And it
can maul you in response.
And it can fly like 24 meters around, which is faster than my character can run. And it's a psi rating 10 psychic demon. When most humans with psychic powers start out at 1 or 2.
It's bad. Yeah, the dragon's probably not a good comparison because the dragon can just breathe fire on you or stab you. Lord of Change kills you by magic, kills you through claws, kills you through, frankly, talking to you and making you stab the guy next to you within their power range. Yeah, they're not fun. Anyway, I'm going to need to head off, guys. Okay. As always, great speaking to you. It's fortnight's time, am I right?
Say again?
Alright, cool. Alright, catch you later then, folks.
Alright.
Yep. Goodbye, all.
Alright, take care.
See ya.
Just you and me.
Yeah.
Where am I getting this enchant skill? Enchant equipment skill?
You have it as the move ritual, which is the most broken move ever.
Ritual is part of ritual? Oh, it is. No.
I mean, ritual. What can't ritual do?
Oh, that is true.
If you say an effect, I have to say it's possible.
Right.
But XYZ, but I can't say it's impossible. So.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
You know, it might involve gathering dragon eyeballs. I mean, something. I don't know, but I can't say it's impossible.
That is a good challenge, though. I mean, it'll take a while.
Yeah.
Because you need to go hunt down this and this and this. Good luck. And if you die on the way, well, you'll never get it done. So, okay.
It's not impossible.
True. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
And I actually have an interesting twist, I think, with your demon eye and ritual. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was a little bit confused when people started saying, "Oh yeah, Adrian can totally enchant armor." I'm like, wait a minute. No, my girl in World of Warcraft can now enchant armor, which I just started like 2 hours ago. What are you, how do you know about that? Or something like that, so I was a little bit confused.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's funny. How's World of Warcraft? I never actually got into it, but
It's actually kind of fun. I'm kind of getting into it myself. I started paying for the little subscription thing so I could get past level 20, got a gnome past level 20, kind of getting ahead on that one, and then I decided to start an elf, a dark elf. What are they called? Oh, dark elf druid. And that's been interesting. But yeah, I haven't found a lot of time for it. Either I wake up too late, because I started playing like early mornings, wake up at 5:30 and then find that I couldn't get back to sleep, so I just get up and play Warcraft for a while. And then, or late nights, but late nights have been out too because I've been staying at work till like 9 o'clock every single night for a week. So, it's not been fun. But, I mean, like 2 weeks ago I was on pretty much every morning, which was fun. I'd be able to put in an hour or two a day and then call it good. playing with a girl from Achaia, actually. She said, I'm starting Warcraft. I'm like, cool, I'm interested. And I just started playing around with it out of curiosity, and then we hooked up in-game and started hunting the world, and this is actually a little more fun than I had expected. So,
cool.
Yeah. Don't know anybody else there yet, though, so I'm not sure who to keep an eye out for as far as people that I do actually know in real life. I heard Vicky told me she used to play, like she'd go and get a $20 gift card and play for a month and then get bored of it. Or something like that. I'm like, well, that's one way to do it. If you got the account, you can just keep the character going, but then take a break for 6 months or a year or 3 years. Come back 3 years later, and your little character, your little 25 level character is still there waiting for you. And you're like, hey, I haven't played that one in a while.
Now you get to see how the world changed since then.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is the world changing, I think, based on my observation, is based on expansions. And the expansions that they put out every 5 years or whatever. Actually, no, they just said they celebrated their 10th year anniversary of the base game, so it actually hasn't been around that long as I had thought it was. But
I forget, did I actually give a name for that lich? Or is it just the lich?
I don't remember. I really honestly don't remember it that well anyway. And so there's so many details that we just keep pulling out of old sessions that it's like, whoa, where did that come from?
That one wasn't that old.
True, but we kind of immediately forgot about it and went along our merry way.
Right.
So it's hard to keep track if you don't take notes, which I don't. I just trust you to have the notes ahead of time.
I do have the notes, but
Speaking of notes,
Adrian had that bush with death, and after you guys got back from the decay plane, Adrian had that bush with death.
Yes.
And Death was like, "Oh, I'll bring you back, but you got to revive that spider that you killed." Right. And then, after like a couple sessions, it felt really cheap of me to like say, "Okay, Adrian dies because she didn't revive that spider."
Right. Right.
And then of course we brought on the new people, and it wouldn't really make sense to allude to this spider anymore. So
yeah, I know.
Like I kind of have it in the back of my head that there's this, but
speaking of notes, I was down in my basement 2 weeks ago, and I ran across your goblin dungeon. The paper version. Like, I have a manila envelope with typewriter labels on it, and I'm like, did he leave that here? I did not realize that you had left it here, but I have it.
Whoa.
So, I mean, I haven't actually gone and painted the cardboard ones either, but...
I thought you painted it black.
I did paint them black, but there's like... There's a standard... method that you're supposed to kind of highlight with and stuff like that for the appearances and that kind of thing. So it's like they're the flat black, but now I've got to put the texturing on them, and I have never gotten around to it.
The gray?
Yeah, the whitish gray for highlights and stuff, and I just never got around to it, so... But then I ran across your manila envelope, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll hang on to that until...
I'm so annoyed we never actually got into more about the Dark One, because he was cool.
Which? Oh, yes.
But again, that was kind of Bertok's whole campaign, so I don't want to bring that up again.
Yeah,
I mean,
in Bertok's campaign, it's like we maxed him out pretty quickly,
Yeah.
and, well, why not just let it stand? Maybe when he dies.
I mean, no, he had a good run. I mean, it was
Very
30-some sessions before we got him all leveled up.
True. And that was with my typical, I forgot to add experience from 3 weeks ago. I'll just ignore it. Which I just retroactively added, like, 15 experience to Adrian. Not 15. More like 9. From the last 3 weeks. And she's, like, right under level 6. She's just about to level to 6.
Well, okay, so don't forget you increase your ability score
Yes.
by 1 when you level, and you can pick a new spell when you level.
Yes. A new spell and a new move.
Right, and a new move.
Yes. So, yeah, but I basically just don't track anything at all, and I feel really lazy doing that, but, and of course it shows whenever I come into a session. I'm like, I have no idea what I could do. And here I'm just furiously going through my character sheet trying to figure out what this character can do. Rather than, oh yeah, I've got that one that I always use. Or I prepared spells last time because I actually took the time to prepare spells, instead of, oh, I'll just take the ones that I had prepared from last time because I forgot to look at anything. So. Like I wish I had mirror image, but I forgot to prepare spells, so I just adopted the ones I had from last time. And I feel bad going and clicking all the checkboxes to re-prepare. In the meantime, I did prepare all these spells ahead of time, sort of, not really, but technically I was allowed to, so I might as well do it now.
Yeah, I probably should have paused and asked what spells you had prepared.
Yeah.
At some point. But.
Well, that is a good, I think a good thing is to maybe just establish what the status is ahead of time. Not necessarily from you. I need a statement of you had time to prepare spells, because I know Dalcum always prepared his spells whenever he could. And that's because you remembered to prepare them, whereas I'm just like, oh yeah, there's that prepare spell thing that I need to do that I always forget, in addition to experience, adding that, and all sorts of other things. So, I don't know.
Raven's Keep. I miss Raven's Keep. I'm surprised we haven't actually made more use of that ritual move. Just it's so broad.
It is. I don't know. Maybe because I feel guilty using it.
Maybe.
Or every time I think of using it, we're always in some dire situation that I wouldn't have time to use it in. It's like I need to sit down and meditate and do all these little chants and dance, do a little.
Right. Well, not only that, but you have to be in a place of power to do it. So not.
Right.
But I'm hoping that the demon eye will be a little bit of a workaround for that. So, fingers crossed.
No, I think the demon eye is more just an advanced detect magic. That's my view of it right now. Because it's kind of like the level 2 detect magic. Now I can detect demonic magic all the time. Passively, I can detect it.
Right, that's the positive. But now I think we kind of need like a positive and negative thing for it. So.
Right.
Because it can't all be good.
No.
Have that demon eye in you.
I mean, it's not supposed to be good. By definition, a demon eye is not a good thing. Maybe if I have nightmares, and the nightmares slowly drive me insane.
It's very hard to roleplay that. I mean...
It is, I don't...
Or, like, mechanically, how does it affect your character?
Yep.
I mean, it's okay to roleplay it, but mechanically, what does that do to your character? Does it decrease your wisdom? Does it decrease your intelligence? Ooh, that might be interesting.
Well, no, hearkening back to Warcraft. If you are, I don't remember the affliction, but there are these afflictions like stunned or something like that, where if you run forward, you actually run left or right or backwards, or you just start going around in circles. No matter how much you tell the little creature that you're controlling to go forward, it goes off in some direction and wanders away, and you're like, no, come back.
Oh, so it's like being drunk in a cave where you can't speak?
Yeah, that's the idea. Or like, remember, not dementia, there's another affliction in Achaea that makes you see things. like
hallucinations?
Maybe hallucinations, but it's like you look.
No.
You're walking around, you look, I thought it was dementia, but dementia is the one where you forget to do stuff, like you tell your character to do something, and you just basically do nothing. So, kick Mingra.
I thought there was stupidity.
No, stupidity is where you
do something else.
Yes, that's where you do something else. Like, instead of attack the creature, attack the kobold, you oink like a pig. Yeah, that's stupidity. But there was one that I experienced once, and I do not remember what it was, and I don't remember what causes it, but it was a very...
It was dementia. Like spiders come out your nose, or...
was that Hellsight? Or was that Hellsight?
I think Hellsight gives you dementia.
Because there is one specific one that I remember running into, and I had to ask on the house channel, what in the world am I experiencing, because I'm so confused. And it was basically, as I'm walking around the world, suddenly flashes of other rooms come to mind. Like, I expected to go south of my grove, and so I'd see a north, south, east compass and the normal forest room of my grove, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I was suddenly in the subdivision of Ashtan. And all of the exits for this particular thing were alive and working. And it looked like I could look at the creature standing there, or a group of people that was in that room, and I'm like waving at somebody, and they're not responding. And then I looked again, and it was completely different. And I looked again, and it was completely different. Like, I kept jumping to different rooms, or my brain thought I was in different rooms every time I looked at the room. It was super creepy, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And somebody on the house channel was like, oh, you have this affliction. It's really hard to make you get that affliction. Just take this and it'll be gone. And I did, and it was gone. And
I've never heard of that before.
It's a creepy one. I don't know what it was, but it was a really cool one. And I'm like, ooh, how could I code this? In, like, Fairy Garden. Could I code this as a thing? Maybe.
Mm.
I'm really curious now. But,
right.
No, I spent the morning recoding my GMCP stuff. So I can now track a compass. I can now track exits without seeing an exit line. I'm so happy.
How cool.
Yeah. You played on Nexus, right? Mostly?
I guess so.
You like the website. You used the website client.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they use GMCP now. They basically exclusively build GMCP for the Nexus client. Which they got rid of the Flash one, and they replaced it with their HTML5, which I guess is amazing now.
So what did the I tried taking like Lady Blackadder around as a character on that map. What did it look like for you guys?
I didn't see her. That was actually very confusing. I will tell you that.
Okay.
You could, the fog of war, you could explore places and they would gray out. But then I don't know what that aura is, that little square aura of how far you can see. Because there was a brighter spot where their characters were located, and it's like outside of a 5-foot radius you couldn't see past. You could see that you had explored it, and you could see all the objects in there, like the stuff on the background layer and the token, or not the token layer, but the background layer. You could see everything, but the tokens would just sort of fade out. And so I had no idea what was going on. And of course, I basically did not move Adrian around enough to explore so that I could see what the room actually looked like. And I kind of wonder about that. I mean, even for that particular room, that room in particular, I don't see that feature being very useful, honestly.
Okay, because see, I had the dynamic lighting on, and I was exploring that with Lady Blackadder as well, because you know I see everything as the GM, but if I log in as a player, I can play as Lady Blackadder.
Yeah,
and that looked really cool. That was awesome, except my computer kept freezing.
Oh, yeah, I could understand that, but man, if they're offloading that processing to your computer, that's kind of a dick move on Roll20's part.
I think they are. I really think they are. So,
yeah, okay,
it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And the advanced fog of war is supposed to retreat when there is bright lighting, which I had in most of the rooms. So I was considering that you guys should have seen all of those rooms.
No, I couldn't see anything. That fog of war was basically blacking out the entire map, except for the places that Adrian had moved to. And it would light up like a 10-foot radius of explored area, and then a 5-foot radius of what she could see from her position.
Okay, that's annoying. I'm sorry about that.
So it's like I would see Phoenix sort of half phased in to my line of sight. I'm like, he's there. I know he's there, but if I move 2 feet to the right, he'll be totally there. So.
Are you still in Roll20?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna log back in and change some of your settings and see if we can get it to look a little better.
Okay. I'm basically on the Delgar overview map, the one we've been sitting in for the last 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, I was debating whether to even make a map of where you were today. I mean, I do have the 3 floors of the Delgar mansion, but that one also crashes when I try to log into it, display it. So.
Yeah. Ooh, your voice is coming through Roll20 too. But
oh no,
that's fine. But let me zoom out and I will show you what I see. I will just send a screenshot via Discord, actually.
Okay.
And just keep it as it is right now. And private chat with you. Here's the one screenshot.
Boop.
And then I'll move her over. Oh, you won't let me go through this wall. That's cool.
I like that. I do like the wall stopping people.
And then there's another. There's a good one of, oh, there's 2 guards that are right in front of me, but I can't see them except for their feet.
Wow, okay. Okay.
So.
Interesting. I'm going to try to change some settings for you, Adrian, and see if it makes a difference.
Sure.
Thanks for experimenting. I mean, I kind of do need someone else to tell me what they see.
Yeah. And it seems like Tarkovsky knows what he's talking about when he's like, just turn on this setting. And I'm like, whoa. Okay. If you've played with it, then you would know what's going on. But I have never played with this, so I don't know what is actually going on. Okay, my line of sight just went up to the entire room that I'm standing in. Let me screenshot that for you. Whatever you just did this. And I did nothing.
Okay. Now, to me, that's not optimal because it's not being confined by the walls, in a sense.
This is correct, yes. Is it supposed to, or do you, I mean, obviously you want it to, but is that what this setting is even supposed to do?
Let me turn on the, let me turn off the advanced fog of war and turn on the dynamic lighting so you can see what that looks like.
Okay.
Which, I don't know, it might bog your computer down a little bit, but
yeah, I'll deal with it. My computer's probably a little better than yours. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a nicer, more streamlined.
Well, it's like a 4-year-old gaming computer, so it is actually pretty decent as far as that goes. I can't play the top end games because. Okay, that brought my line of sight back down to what it was before. My explored area is still exactly the same.
Right, but
those two guards are still fading out now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm gonna turn on the dynamic lighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can do that.
Actually,
this is dynamic lighting and enforced line of sight.
Okay. Okay, let me move myself around. Oh, I can see through that door suddenly if I move a certain way. Yeah, I remember this being a thing. And now I'm trying to nudge her, and every time I double click her, it opens the little thingy. That's kind of cool. Okay, let me screenshot this for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand what these 4 circles are.
Chandeliers. They're from the ceiling, but I have them on the map so
got it.
They're underneath your feet, kind of. But
got it.
Oh, see, that looks great. That looks awesome.
It's perfect. Your walls are blocking everything.
Yeah.
I can see that I've obviously explored as far as advanced fog of war goes outside of this room. I don't know if you can reset that per player. Probably.
I can.
No, I go peek through the door. I'm gonna go peek through the door here.
Yep.
And this is what I see. That's cool. I really like this feature now.
And if you go completely into the other room, is it still kind of showing the other room grayed out, or is it going completely black?
Let me sneak in. Okay. Now my explored area is like 5 feet, or 1 grid marker away from me. And so, yes, it is still pretty grayed out, except for this little 5-foot radius around me for explored area. And then my line of sight vision, my vision is only like me 0 feet or something like that. So I can't see anything past where I'm walking. But and if I walk up to this guy, now I can see this guy, right? Yeah. But the candles are lighting them up too.
Yeah.
So I can see that part of them. But I cannot see anything in between them and myself.
Okay. I'm going to reset the Fog of War just so we can see what it looks like from my base state.
Sure. I'll stand here and watch. I was momentarily tempted to do like live screen capture in like a video chat, but then I realized that might not be a good thing. If your computer freezes just with this being itself, and then suddenly we start doing a video chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I reset the fog.
I saw that.
Okay. So now in this, so I think the revealed areas that you could see in the screenshot above, where it was grayed out, I think that was only because we had it should still reveal it. Ah, man, this is annoying. It doesn't seem like the advanced fog of war and the dynamic lighting is directly synergistic. So like that visible slice there, I don't think that will be grayed out.
No, it is not. I keep moving myself, and the grayed out explored area does not maintain itself until I walk in there, I think. Let me screenshot this and you can see. Because now I get the slice of, I haven't walked in that room. I can see this, but I haven't actually been in there yet. Now if I suddenly walk in there, okay.
You'll be able to see everything, but it won't be...
I can see everything, yes.
Yeah.
Now if I walk back out the door,
it's no longer gray. Right.
I can see that I have walked somewhere, and I can see the places where I physically was, but I cannot see that entire room as something I walked into and looked around and saw.
Oh, okay. So if you physically walk around a room, you can.
Then the
explored.
Yes, but that's
okay.
But I have to physically walk around every square foot of the room. Like I have
yeah,
to zigzag
I was thinking that like the lighting would make it explored for you, but apparently that doesn't seem to be the case.
I mean, if it were me programming this, I would think about like you enter the room. I'm going back to Adam here. You enter the room, suddenly the room is technically explored. Go ahead and turn off Fog of War, turn on the advanced one with just your visibility. But now you can see the room as a room. As soon as it's... Yeah.
I really like the... Okay. I like the dynamic lighting.
But what do you have as an option for explored radius?
It's confusing. Okay, let me actually screenshot that and send it to you, because maybe it'll make a little more sense to you.
Sure. Because I'm imagining this like your double aura thing. Like all the tokens have auras, you know? And you have aura number 1 and aura number 2, and the number 1 can be 5 feet and the number 2 can be 25 feet for like an archer's range or something. They have a close combat dagger and they've got a bow that can shoot 65 feet, so now you've got these auras around your archers or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. So...
Okay.
No.
I need to get going pretty soon. I have a date with my mother.
Oh,
so
nice.
It is. Dad's out of town on a business trip again, so she was looking to get together today. We got together yesterday for Christmas tree stuff, but we didn't finish it. And then I texted her last night. I said, "You need to come back because I can't decorate a Christmas tree by myself. It's just not the same." Mm-hmm. And she's like, "Yay!" And then today, "Oh, come over." But
so you can turn on the fog of war.
let me see what
you can turn on the advanced fog of war.
Let me load the photo because it's taking a while. Decided to open it in Firefox instead of Chrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can have it so that dim light reveals.
Dang it. Okay. What is advanced fog of war by definition?
That is the grayed out portion that you have explored but are no longer physically in, so you can't see what tokens are there.
Okay. Okay. And dim light reveals is... What if you turn that off? What happens?
Let's see. Oh, dim light is... Okay, so there's a bright and a dim on each of these light sources.
Uh-huh.
And the dim light reveals just means that the dim radius will also be revealed as well as the bright.
Oh, I see.
But this is what it looks like without that.
I see no change.
Oh,
probably because all of these are bright lights.
Pretty much. They have a thin border of dim around them.
Okay.
But...
I mean, I saw a blink, but that was just
right.
My health bars blinking once. That was all I saw. So. Okay.
I turned off your enforced line of sight, so
Whoa.
I'm not sure.
Now I can see through your walls.
What?
Whatever you just did, I can now see into the next room with the chessboards, the 4 chessboards and the candles. My line of sight is now going through your wall.
Whoa! Okay, I guess we need that on.
And I can see south to where everybody else is standing.
Right. Man, this is complicated. Could we just get one screenshot of that and then I'll let you go?
Yeah.
If you do have to go.
I do.
Nice talking with you, and thanks for doing the testing with us.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since we just hung out, you know.
Right.
So that's always nice, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It is. But I also think it's unintentional.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you turned off advanced line of sight?
I did.
Or enforced line of sight, yeah.
Right, yeah. Oh, I see. One of them enforces your line of sight. One of them restricts your movement to only going in the lighted areas.
Okay.
Which is stupid, because they should be together. If you want to enforce line of sight, you probably also want to restrict their movement to only...
Well, not necessarily. Think of this.
Okay.
It's like you... Okay, think of it this way. You have a bubble of magical energy. You could leave that bubble and suddenly you would be able to see through. It's like an opaque veil. You can't see through the veil, but you can totally walk through it if you try.
Oh, right.
If you walked up to a curtain and brushed it aside and walked through. Or the
That's
other way
true.
around, where you could see through the curtain, you can see through but you can't walk through it. It's a shield, like a shield aura or something.
Yeah.
You cannot leave the Gungan shield, or something like that. I don't understand what only update on drop is, though.
That's for like your shadows around you and where the light is going for you.
Oh.
What
if you turn that off? What happens if you
Ugh.
turn that off? Because that might be the way to solve the whole must zigzag around room in order to, quote, explore it. If you
it's off.
turn back on the restricted line of sight as well.
Sure.
Because that is going to solve this issue.
You're right. That would solve the issue of.
So I walk in here. Suddenly I see everything. I'm gonna zig. Yeah. Oh, I like this. Oh, that is cool. And yep.
It is.
And then I painted myself around the room, and suddenly the entire room is explored when I leave it. Okay, I like this setting. Let me do one thing. Oh, I'm still streaming. Let me do one thing. I'm going to start a recording in OBS. Can you reset Fog of War?
Sure.
Okay.
It's reset.
Yep. And I'm recording. I'm going to walk into the room. I see it all. I back out. Cool. I walk in. I do a little bitty... I mean, you can't see my movements, but that's recording. Oh no, there goes my... recording this. Back out. And suddenly the entire explodes. And I'm going to... for everything else. Stop this recording. Hold on.